Dolce Amore. Serena captivates in her wedding gown as she walked down the aisle. The most awaited moment of the parents of Serena and Simon finally came. Serena and Tenten ties the knot in Dolce Amore. Simon Dubois, or Tenten, is in tears after seeing his forever walk down the aisle. Along with her two fathers, the adoptive and the biological fathers, Serena walked down the aisle. The people rejoiced as the love, which was tested by trials and obstacles over time, proved that the love that they have for each other is stronger than any problem. Everyone was emotional about the said marriage. The end of Serena's vow was, Ikaw parin ang hihilingin ko sa diwatang manining. Ang bumuo sa pangarap ko. Ang bumuo sa pagkatao ko. I vow to always love you. Dahil sa lahat ang kumplikasyon na dala mo. Dahil sa'yo I found music. Pero alam mo, narealize ko lang mali pala ko, it's not because of you that I found music in my life. Dahil ikaw ang musiko ko. Serena, Tenten said. The wedding day is the final episode of Dolce Amore. Invite you to watch the video. Hilo, a sign of Duter's support to 1,000 soldiers, a good meal and G-Shock watches. Look. President Rodrigo Duterte showed his support to the Philippine soldiers through a shared good meal in Durian. He shared a meal with the 1,000 members of the 69th Infantry Battalion who fought on the war zones of Basilan and Sulu against the Abasayafs on August 24, Wednesday, during the night in the Magsaysay Park. The president had dinner with the soldiers and later on ate durian with them. Aside from the dinner and durian, the soldiers also received wristwatches from the president. Each one was given G-Shock Casio wristwatch as a sign of support from the president, says the Secretary of the Office of the Special Assistant to the President Christopher Lawrence Go. He handed the soldiers the wristwatches before the dinner ended. Lahat sila binigyan. We need to protect the Republic. Go after them, mag-ingat din kayo. The president told the soldiers while eating durian. The president had revived the order to the government troops to destroy the Abasayaf after the said group beheaded a teenage hostage due to the failure to comply to the P1 million ransom. The said soldiers of the battalion, together with the 10th Infantry Division and the 2nd Scout Ranger Battalion from the Compostela Valley, were sent off from Dubois on Wednesday noon and Thursday morning. Invite you to watch the video. This 61-year-old man was attacked by piranhas after swimming in the deadliest rivers of the world. A marathon swimmer in Slovenia named Martin Strel pushed his body to the limits as he conquered the vast rivers of the world. At his age of 61, he managed to become the Guinness World Record holder for being the first and only man to swim through the rivers of Mississippi, Danube, Yangtze and Amazon River continuously. Because of his urge to swim in the dangerous rivers, his life was put into different risks as well. When he swam in the Amazon River, many piranhas attacked him, and in Yangtze, his liver was damaged because of the polluted water. He claims that his life is already connected with water. My target is to raise as much more awareness on this planet. I don't know everything, but I know a lot. I think I am one of the people in this planet who really know what's going on with water today. My target is to see happy fish swimming in the water, Strel said. Invite you to watch the video. Clinton says controversies behind her. Trump begs to differ. Hillary Clinton vigorously defended her family's foundation against Donald Trump's criticism on Friday and declared she's confident there will be no major further accusations involving the foundation, her emails or anything else that could undermine her chances of defeating him in November. She said the private Clinton Foundation's charitable programs would continue if she's elected, even as Trump and other critics argue they would present a conflict of interest. In an interview on MSNBC's Morning Joe, the Democratic presidential nominee kept up her verbal assault on Trump's campaign, asserting it is built on prejudice and paranoia and caters to a radical fringe of the Republican Party. Clinton is looking to counter Trump's attempts to win over moderate voters who have been unsettled by some of his remarks and policy proposals. In the meantime, he has been softening his tone on immigration and reaching out to African Americans, a traditional Democratic constituency. Clinton is also targeting moderate voters, and especially Republicans, by depicting Trump and his supporters as extremists, and casting the race as not a normal choice between a Republican and a Democrat. she has contrasted Trump with former Republican presidential candidates John McCain and Bob Dole, and former President George W. Bush, praising their decisive steps to counter racism and anti-Muslim sentiment. In turn, Trump is trying to paint Clinton as the racist. He has released an online video that includes footage of the former First Lady referring to some young criminals as super predators in the 1990s. The video also shows Clinton's former Democratic rival, Bernie Sanders, denouncing the phrase as a racist term. Clinton has since apologized. Trump tweeted Friday, "How quickly people forget that crooked Hillary called African American youth super predators. Has she apologized?" Read, Clinton, Trump exchange angry charges of racism. Trump says Clinton is trying to distract from questions swirling around donations to the Clinton Foundation and her use of her private email servers for official business while Secretary of State. On Friday, he also continued his recent push to broaden his base of support among minority voters, convening a roundtable with Latino backers at his hotel in Las Vegas. But his new outreach comes amid his own mixed signals on his immigration plan, including whether or not he would stick with a primary campaign promise to deport 11 million immigrants living in the United States illegally. In her phone interview with MSNBC, Clinton was asked if she was certain there are no emails or Clinton Foundation ties to foreign entities that would affect her presidential prospects. She replied, "I am sure," and mentioned her strong understanding about the Foundation's work. But neither that issue nor her emails appears to be going away soon. The State Department now says it doesn't expect to publicly produce all the detailed daily schedules showing meetings by Clinton covering her time as Secretary of State before Election Day. The agency told the Associated Press it expects to release the last of the files around December 30. The AP's lawyers asked the department late Friday to hasten its efforts and provide all of her minute-by-minute schedules by October 15. The department did not immediately respond. The schedules took on new importance this week after the AP analyzed the ones released so far and found that more than half the people outside the government who met or spoke by telephone with Clinton during the first half of her time as Secretary of State had given money, either personally or through companies or groups, to the Clinton Foundation. The AP's analysis focused on people with private interests and excluded her meetings or calls with federal employees or foreign government representatives. On Friday, Clinton promised to put in place additional safeguards to prevent conflicts of interest with her foundation should she win the White House. "I appreciate the concerns that people have expressed, and that's why I have made it clear that if I'm successful in November we are going to be taking additional steps," she said. She said the Foundation's charitable programs has been in line with American interests and values and must continue, perhaps through partnerships with other organizations. Top Republicans have found common ground with Trump in his criticism of the Clinton Foundation and her use of the email server. But they have been noticeably quiet in defending Trump against Clinton's charges of racism in his campaign. Invite you to watch the video "Manny Pacquiao's Lose-Lose is Jesse Vargas Win-Win" by Sam Cooper. If we are being honest about Manny Pacquiao's November 5th bout against Jesse Vargas, we'd have to admit that the Filipino icon is in a lose-lose situation. If Manny wins, he'll only be doing what's expected of him since he's such an overwhelming favorite coming into the contest. If he loses, though, the game is over and permanent retirement is the only option for an embarrassed ex-icon. Underdog Vargas, however, can rest assured that whatever happens this fall, he'll come out as a winner. Even if he gets beaten up and dominated by Pacquiao, as most expect, he'll walk away with a career-high payday and a significant boost in publicity for his future boxing endeavors. There's no pressure on the once-defeated WB welterweight title holder and, because of that, the 27-year-old can talk freely, dream freely, and fight with a certain sense of looseness. Vargas' words certainly suggest that he knows he's playing with the house's money in this contest. "I'm going to show that I'm the best in the welterweight division, and who better to show it against than Manny Pacquiao? I am not just all talk. I am going to show it with my punches, and you will see it on November 5th. Tune in and see it," Vargas recently told Boxing Scene. "All the people who doubt me, I will prove you wrong come November 5th. Boxing commentators and analysts, all of you guys, I will shut you up on November 5th. No matter what I have to do, I am coming out with that victory. Conversely, Pacquiao better be very aware of the pitfalls built into this soft touch of his. Anything short of absolute brilliance on November 5th will be seen as a miserable loss. Anything less than a knockout win or total dominance will be reported as a failure. Pacquiao, the brand, will be diminished greatly after the Vargas bout in almost any scenario unless something truly spectacular happens. That's just a price to be expected for choosing an opponent like Vargas when so many other outstanding challenges are to be found within the same weight range. Just being honest here, but chances are very good that Pacquiao still walks right through Vargas on November 5th. There's just too much of a disparity in talent and experience between the two combatants. But the stage has been set for a huge letdown when it comes to Pacquiao's comeback career trajectory, and he only has himself to blame. Thank you for watching videos like you. Remember, the channel, register and comment below.